We talked earlier this week on your channel about Steve Wilks being
Mm.
the new defensive coordinator for the 49ers. Now that you've had a couple days to talk to a bunch of people and read about him and listen to him and study his defenses, give me do you have a new take or a new vibe or feeling about that hire?
He's a great fit. I mean, he's a DB. He's like a long-time DB coach. So you pair him with Johnny Holland and Chris Kasarik, and you got all three levels covered. He's also been a coordinator, successful one, and a head coach at two different teams. That year that he was a head coach of the Cardinals, he beat one team twice, the 49ers. He
Saw
beat
that.
Kyle twice that year. And the second time I was like, man, fire Kyle. I'm done with this guy. But you know what? Give Steve Wilks credit. He's never really had a great team, a good team to coach, and he's gotten the best out of him. I'm sure the Niners talked to Christian McCaffrey. We're like, what do you think of Steve Wilks? I'm sure he said, he's great. Love him. So I think the Niners were smart. You brought in a guy from outside that you don't know that well. He's older than Kyle. He probably has his own ideas about football. He might challenge Kyle. And Kyle's like, good. I love it. Because a lot of times Kyle bring in a guy who's smart and got a future, but he's never done it before. And it's like, can you really stand up to Kyle, or are you just saying thank you? So Steve Wilks, I don't know. Like he could be challenging Kyle weekly, which might be what Kyle needs. I'm intrigued.
I'm intrigued as well. I was looking at a tweet today, some of the differences between Wilks and DeMeco and their defenses just this last year. Wilks blitzed 10% more and played predominantly with, the cover three with the single high safety. I kind of like that because I think that Hafanga is not. I don't like the double, the too deep look with Hafanga. That has him
Yeah.
doing what he's second best at. I like the cover three with Hafanga up on the line of scrimmage, reading the mesh point on the run plays and having the ability to attack the run. I think this means we're going to see more of Hafanga up on the line of scrimmage. I also really love Wilks from the standpoint of Grant. Look at that Niner back group there. Hafanga, very young, 21 draft. Diamador Lenore, 2021 draft. Ambry Thomas, 2021 draft. Samuel Womack was a rookie this year. They're obviously going to draft. They've got, Mosley, Gibson, Jimmy Ward, Tarvarius Moore, Jason Verrett, all either moving on or free agents. They're going to have to invest some of these picks and some of their capital, whether it be free agency or draft, in the secondary. So that's his background. He was a DB at Appalachian State. I kind of like the fit here. I think, especially since it enables you to keep Kosaric, keep your one gap penetrating 4-3 front. I think this checks a lot of boxes for the 49ers.
I think he's probably the best DB coach, DB guru they've had since Ed
Ray
Donatel.
Rhodes.
Ray Rhodes. I mean, like this guy's really, better than Ed Donatel as a DB.
Yeah.
That was
And
Vic
Donatel had a
Fangio's
rough
guy.
year this year, by the way.
As a coordinator for sure.
As a coordinator,
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
he's a great
Yes.
You're right.
He is.
He's an awesome.
Maybe Wilks is
secondary
better.
coach.
Maybe Wilks is better. I mean, they haven't really had a good DB coach in a long time. No offense to Corey. I mean, a great DB coach in a long time. Now they do. This guy is right on the level of Kasarik and Holland. So great.
Is Corey out?
Yeah, I think his contract expired and he's free to look around. So maybe he goes to Houston. Maybe he had a relationship with DeMeco.
That's interesting.